Good morning, my name is Ken. I live in Ringo, Georgia. We're out in the backyard today. It's the last day of the year, 2010, and I want to give you a quick overview of what's in my backyard. You can see the hoop house in the background, and I'll be taking you over there in just a few minutes. And right here is the raised bed gardens. I've got an electric fence around that to keep the rabbits and squirrels and deer out of. Then here you can see the compost pile. I've got two compost bins, one right here and one over there. This one is ready. It's been sitting since the latter part of August. You can see what it looks like. I've got some kind of hard clumps in there, but I'll screen that all this spring, and it'll be some really good stuff. It screens out really fine. And I'll be doing a video on this later. I just wanted to give you an overview of what I was doing. And this compost pile, it's still active. I've been still putting kitchen scraps and leaves, and don't have any more grass. But a lot of this is new. I'll get down to the bottom of the pile later on and show you what it looks like. But this I'm composting over the winter. And it's got some ashes out of the fireplace in it. Here's the compost corral. I built this back last summer. And started this compost back in midsummer. This consists of only grass clippings, leaves, newspaper, and straw. And for the most part, it's ready. I get the grass clippings out of my backyard. I save all the grass clippings. I've got a very large backyard, so I have access to a lot of nitrogen. All the leaves came from the trees around the outside of the property, and I'm saving them in this bin over here. Got quite a lot to use next summer. But I'm going to take you to the hoop house now and show you about it. I built this 2 years ago. It's turned out really well. I've got regular plastic on it, which is a mistake. It'll last about 1 year. This spring I'm going to put the UV protected plastic on it and hopefully get 3 or 4 years out of it. Going inside now. Here I had a squash and zucchini planted them in August, and I got fresh squash and zucchini up until December 19th. It was getting very cold, and I put some heat in it in the morning or at night when it was getting really cold in here. But I have to leave early in the mornings, and I turned the heat off at 5:30 one morning, and they froze between then and daylight. But here I have the turnip greens that we're growing. We're getting ready to pick a lot of those and make collard green stew for New Year's Day. And we'll have spinach that we've been eating off of this entire fall and early winter, and the lettuce. Last year I built this hoop house in November and didn't plant anything in here until November. And everything come up really good and grew really well all winter. This year I planted earlier, so because the hoop house was already built, and it's been doing really good. The only fertilizer that I'm using in here is compost, and this is the second year growing on it, and so far everything is really looking good. It's really growing and thriving. I have a few beets that I planted. They got kind of overcrowded by the zucchini and the squash, so they're not doing just extremely well yet. I've got 2 drums of water in here. They heat up during the daytime and provide a little heat at night. Not much though. I'll just tell you, you have to have a lot more water to warm up during the day than what I've got in here for it to do anything at night. Here is some of the finished compost that I had from last year. It's just really amazing stuff. What I'm attempting to do is to see if compost is actually enough. Is compost all that you need for fertilizer? And that's all I'm using in the hoop house and in the raised bed gardens. This hoop house is really a phenomenal thing. I came out here earlier in the week and it was 35 degrees in the hoop house, or outside the hoop house, and it was 75 inside the hoop house. You walk in here and it fogs your glasses up. Today is a really cloudy day. It's 45 degrees outside, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's 54 degrees in here. The sun's not shining a bit, but we're getting the radiant heat from the sun, and it added some temperature, and the humidity in here stays pretty good. It actually rains in here when the sun comes up. And you will be getting more videos from you in the future, and I'm going to try to attempt to show you the way that I do things. I'm not a master gardener or soil scientist or anything like that, but I do have a good working knowledge of the things that I do, and you might find the videos interesting. I hope you check back with me. Thank you. Bye-bye.